Hi, good evening, and welcome to Core and Balance Pilates class. Today, I will guide you a series of exercises focusing on glute strength and pelvic stability. You will need a small cushion and a folded towel, and then we will start in standing. Perhaps prepare a chair nearby for the balancing exercises as well. So let's get started. Make sure that you have your feet hip wide apart, parallel to each other. Gently open up the inner arches of your feet. Loosen up your knees, keep them soft but straight. And then gently draw the sitting bones underneath, tucking the pelvis under. Open up your chest, widen your collarbones, relax your shoulders backwards and downwards. Lengthen the back of your neck up towards the ceiling. Imagine your head as a helium balloon floating up towards the sky. Relax all the way down. And then try to build up that active posture one more time. Ankles, gently opening up in the inner arches, softening your knees. Open the front of your hips, lengthen your lower back. Tilting your pelvis slightly underneath. Open up the upper part of your chest. Relax your shoulders. You can even do a couple of shoulder circles, emphasizing the backwards and downwards motion of your shoulders. And lengthen the back of your neck up towards the ceiling, gently nodding your chin towards your neck. Relax all the way back down. Have a little rest. And then build up one more time. Knees, hips, open up your chest, relaxing your arms, and lengthen our neck up, reaching through the crown of our head up towards the ceiling. And then try to relax a little bit, but keep that nice tall position. Place your hands on your hips, find your hip bones slightly lower than your waistline. And then focusing on that. So today's class, we will focus on our glute strength and pelvic stability. So our aim will be here is to make sure that our hips will stay in a same level, and then try to control the pelvis in 3 dimensions. So gently peeling your right heel away, bending the right knee, and then relax back down, left, and relax back down. So just have a little bit of experiment. Is your pelvis tilting, dipping perhaps, or shifting, rotating? So we try to avoid these little movements. Okay, let's do one more. Okay, gently tilt the pelvis underneath. Hold, engage your abdominals, squeeze your gluteals, draw the sitting bones together, and then do the similar movement, raising both heels up, and then lower one heel, and up, lower the other heel, and up, without letting your pelvis moving side to side. So it's a simple upwards and downwards movement. Imagine you have a pool behind you, pane of glass in front of you, or you in a tube. And slowly lower one and the other heel. Sitting bones and core engaged. Hold that position. And then reach the right arm up towards the ceiling. Relax all the way down. Left one up. As you exhale, relax down. Try to hold your pelvic position, reach, and then release, reach, and release. One more each side. And then the right one up as you exhale, lowering the arms sideways down. Left and sideways down. Controlling your abdominals. And then keeping your hips in the same level. Very nice. All the way up. And relax down. Keep the length of your neck, shoulders away from your ears. A nice long spine, nice long neck position. Let's do one more each side. And relax down. Keep your hands on your hips and then shift your weight slightly backwards. Bending the knees, bending your hips, and then pushing yourself up. So we're going to start with a mini squat, gently tilting your spine forward, reaching the tailbone backwards, chest bone upwards and forward. Keeping your thighs parallel to each other. And then your feet in a parallel position. To make it a little bit more active in terms of our glutes, let's use your small cushion. Maybe fold it halfway and then pop it between your ankles. Try to squeeze your heel bones and inner ankles a little bit together, and then do the same movement, reaching forward with your arms. If you're able to control the movement, and then shift your weight backwards. Reaching back and up, lowering down and up, lowering and up. Emphasize the upwards motion. Squeezing your gluteal, sitting bones together, and then pushing yourself up and away from the ground. Just move as far as you're comfortable with, especially if you have some knee problems. Mini squat is perfectly all right. So try to hold your squatting position, lower your arms on your hips, keep your back nice and straight. Pelvis and your chest is facing forward. Try to pull your right heel away and relax, left heel away and relax while you keep your pelvis, hips in the same level. You still have the small cushion in between your ankles. Try to squeeze your gluteals together. Gently draw the sitting bones underneath. Keep your back nice and straight. One. And the other side, you're going to look slightly downwards in front of you. One more. Finishing on the left and relax down. Try to raise both heels up, pushing yourself up in standing position, balancing on the front of your feet, and then lower the heels. Lower your weight. So we're going to pull the heels away and then standing up, balancing, squeezing the sitting bones together, lower the heels, lower the weight again. You might need a little bit of a support for that. You can use a chair or step closer to a wall nearby. Let's try one more of that and reverse. So we're going to raise the heels, lower the weight, lower the heels, pushing yourself up in standing. Heels up, weight down, bending the knees, lowering the heels, pushing yourself up. Let's do one more of the same movement and maybe an extra. Heels, knees, dropping down and pushing yourself up. Brilliant. Let's just take the pillow away. We don't need that, but get back to that squatting position. Check that your feet, your thighs are parallel to each other. Engage your core and then start stepping sideways towards the right and then close. Keep that lower position. Side and close. Side and close. One more towards the end of your mat and then back towards the left. Keep that mini squat position. Careful if your mat is a little bit wrinkling. Other side. I'm gonna do one more each side, small little steps, keeping your weight nice and low, keeping your back nice and straight. Small little steps towards the left, and then find the middle position in a mat, and push yourself up in standing. Tilt your pelvis gently underneath, engaging your abdominals, activating your gluteals, and widen your collarbone. Step forward with your right leg, and then gently shift your weight onto your right, and then back onto your left. Forward onto your right, and then left. Forward, and backwards. Hold in the front. Engage your core, keep your back nice and straight, tucking the pelvis gently underneath, and then try to float the left heel up, away from the floor, and relax back down. Tip of the toes on the ground, and then away from the mat. Try a few more of that. Keeping your pelvis nice and square, facing forward, and your lower back nice and long. You can reach the right arm forward in the line of your spine. Same rhythm as you exhale. Just feel as your left side of your gluteals are engaging. Let's try one more time. And then slowly move back and step back. Forward with your left. All 10 toes are pointing forward, tucking the pelvis underneath, shifting your weight forward on your left leg and then on your right leg. Forward and backwards. Check the position of your pelvis. That's going to be our main focus and key here. Reach forward, hold, gently guide your right hip forward, and then float the heel up and then down. Let me just turn towards the side. You can stay facing forward just to see that we're engaging our gluteals, but not overarching our lower back. Try to avoid overloading the lower back. And then the opposite arm. So reaching up, relaxing down, shoulders height. If you feel that your balance is stable, be able to keep your center. We'll have one more. Relax down and then step back. Brilliant. Let's open your feet in a 10-2 position, wider stance. The toes are facing outwards, about 45 degrees angle. Gently tilt the pelvis underneath. Squeeze your sitting bones together and then slowly lower your weight, widening and opening your hips and the distance in between your knees, and then pushing yourself up. Same idea. Try to keep an upwards and downwards motion. Imagine you have a wall behind you and you're going to just slide against that wall, lowering your weight and pushing yourself up. As you try and push yourself up, try to draw the heel bones together. Similar kind of squeezing motion or attempt as we did with our pillow earlier in a squatting position. Squeeze and reach, relax down. Brilliant. Let's lower your weight, hold it there, engage your core, and then gently shift your weight over your right leg. Once you feel that you're stable there, keep a nice straight line with your left leg and your trunk. Shift your weight over the second toe on that right side, and then try to lift and lower your left leg. So keep your right knee away from the midline. You might need an extra support, just use a chair or step a little bit closer to a wall. And relax back. Shift towards the left side, tilt the pelvis, guide your right hip slightly forward, transfer your weight on your strong left leg, lift and lower. Try to activate your pelvic floor muscles, lower thigh muscles. That will help you to control your pelvic position throughout these movements. Probably feel that not just the moving leg, but also the supporting leg is working quite well. Relax all the way, reach up and relax down halfway. Back of your hands reaching forward, running your back into a C-shaped curve. And then open up your arms, palms facing up towards the ceiling, arching your back. Reaching forward again into a C-shaped curve. Tucking the tailbone under and open up. Nice stretch of your upper chest. Rounding again. And then opening up. A few more of that. Just a gentle mobilization of your whole back, lengthening your spine forward and then side, one more forward and then sideways, lowering your hands on your hips again, pushing yourself up in a standing position. Let's open your right foot, 90 degrees angle, facing towards the right short edge of your mat. And then your pelvis, your left leg will follow that movement. So we end up in a lunge position. Guide your pelvis above your back knee, peeling your left heel away, keeping your left leg nice and loose. Tucking the pelvis under and then keeping your chest above your pelvis. Nice straight line. And then slowly lower your weight and push yourself up again. Slowly lower the weight and push yourself up. A few more of that. As far as you're comfortable with that, lowering position. Just take it easy. Okay, let's try one more and push yourself up. And then slowly step forward with your left leg. You're still facing towards the short edge of your mat. And then step back with your right. All 10 toes are pointing forward. Tuck your pelvis gently underneath. Open up your chest. Widen your collarbone. So you're going to have a nice upright position. Holding and slowly lowering. The front knee should be above your ankle. And then your pelvis, your chest are both facing forward. Slowly reach and lower. Very nice. Keep your balance. Push yourself up, engage your core, and then step forward with the support on the front thigh. So we're going to lower our weight, slightly folding over the hips and the knees, and then Pull the left heel away, step back, reach away, and then forward. Like just, pushing a scooter with your left leg. You can slide it or you can tap back and reach away. And then by your right leg, forward and backwards, forward and backwards, keeping the stable and standing knee above the second toe, slightly bent. So we're going to reach backwards, hold that position, raise both arms in front of your chest, and then try balancing on your right leg, lifting your left leg, right arm, tiny bit, keeping your left leg fully straight, and then your right slightly bent. Brilliant. We'll have a more. Relax. Reach up with both arms. Move your left leg across in front of your right. Check your pelvic position and then gently roll down, rolling forward, reaching towards your knees, towards your feet. Take a deep inhalation and then slowly engaging your core, roll back up, vertebrae by vertebrae, and cross your legs. And then repeat the same movement on the other side. So we're going to fold over on the hips and knees, engage the core, and then reach your right heel up and backwards, and then forward next to the other foot, sliding or tapping, front and back, extending the leg, reaching away. Keep your back nice and straight. Then if you're able to control your pelvic position, float both arms in front of your chest, and then reach the left arm, right leg away from each other, slightly up towards the ceiling, keeping your right leg straight, left knee slightly bent, above the second toe. Brilliant, well done. Slowly reach up, step in front of your left leg, relax your arms, and then roll down, keeping your feet crossed, slight gap in between. Hold for a deep inhalation, and then roll back up, engaging your core, building up your spine, vertebrae by vertebrae. Uncross your legs, and then do one more. Roll down, nodding your chin, running your shoulders. This time, keep your feet parallel to each other, reaching down towards your knees, towards your feet, as far as you're comfortable with. Hold for a deep inhalation, and then reach down towards the floor, bend both of your knees, as far as you're comfortable with. Have a little support by your side with your arms, and slowly, in a controlled manner, sit down on your mat. Shuffle yourself a little bit backwards in the middle of your mat, and then grab your small cushion again, placing it in between your knees this time, keeping feet and thighs parallel to each other. Gently run your back slowly backwards, tilting your pelvis backwards, and then forward again. Just a few little tilt and forward. Slowly backwards and forward. backwards and forward. Hold that C-shaped curl of your spine, and then from here, hinge forward and build up your spine. Very nice. If your lower back is a little bit stiff or tight, or you have a recent injury, just carry on with the little tilting. If you're happy with that C-shaped curl, you can try hinging forward and then building up your spine. Straightening your lower back, mid-back, neck and head. Slowly back. Hinge forward. And relax back again. Forward. Open up. And then one more time, keeping the C-shaped curl of your spine. Engage your pelvic floor muscles, lower abdominals, and then open up your left arm towards the side, pulling your left elbow backwards and center. Same on the other side, little twist with your chest and then reach, keeping the C-shaped curve of your spine. But if you feel it's too much pressure, just lean tiny bit backwards and do with the straight back position. If you'd like to have an extra challenge, you can extend your arm and reach towards the wall behind you and then move forward. Same on the left and the right side. Extending. Reaching away. Finishing on that right side. Then roll back. Raise both arms up towards the ceiling. Take a deep inhalation and relax your arms down behind your pelvis. Find a comfortable position for your wrists. Maybe your fingertips are facing towards the side or forward. That would give you a nice stretch of your forearms. But if it's too tight, then perhaps an opening would be more comfortable. Hold that position and then try to press both heels into the ground, engaging your gluteals and then relax down. So what we try here is to float up and away from the ground. See how you feel with that. Try to push yourself actively away from the ground, pressing both palms, both feet into your mat, and then slowly relax. If it's too much for your shoulder or for your lower back, just keep the pressure for a deep inhalation and relax down without lifting your bum off the floor. But if you're happy, you can reach a little bit further up and relaxing down. Just inch by inch, gradually further and further with the repetition. Tiny bit. And then one more. Lift. And slowly let it go, relax. Brilliant. Let's shift your weight a little bit forward. Either roll on your side, or if you're able to control the movement, you can even hold into your thigh. You can slowly roll down, lowering your back gradually on the mat. Use your pillow in between your knees, but keep your folded towel slightly away from you. You don't need that for a little bit. Place your hands on your hips and then tilt your pelvis a little bit forward and a little bit backwards finding your so-called neutral pelvic position, keeping a little gap underneath your lower back, but let your chest and your ribcage rest on the ground. Gently note your chin. If you feel that your chin is poking up towards the ceiling, you might need a couple of layers from your folded towel, but otherwise just keep the length at the back of your neck. From here, try to press your lower back into the ground, draw the sitting bones together, and then tilt your pelvis underneath and float it up and away from the ground, feeling your lower back and your mid back away from your mat. Hold for a deep inhalation, and then slowly lower down from the top towards the bottom of your spine, bone by bone. Carry on with this movement if you feel that your lower back is happy with that. But if you feel that is a little bit difficult, perhaps painful, then keep your lower back straight, press your feet into the ground, and then lift your pelvis up, hold, then lower down, keeping your back straight, and then do as a pivoting motion. That will be the same effect on your gluteals. You will be able to keep your lower back in a supported position. It will be more comfortable, maybe less articulation or mobilization for your lower back, but it doesn't matter. Deep inhalation as you hold. Keep your pelvis tucked under, even at the furthest point, and then slowly lower down all the way. You can carry on with this movement, or are you happy? You can hold the pelvis in an upright position, tucking the pelvis underneath, and then raising your left heel and relax, and then the right heel away from the ground. Only the heel to start with, one, and the other side. I'd like you to check your main focus spots, which are our pelvis and hips. So make sure that they are leveled. There is no twisting, no dipping or shifting either side. So try to slow down with the movement. Let's do one more each side. And slowly relax all the way down. Okay, perhaps you can move your feet a little bit closer to your pelvis. Do the same lifting movement into shoulder bridge position. Hold. And then either carry on with the heel raise as we just did, or try to pick up one or the other foot, just a tiny, tiny bit, maybe an inch away from the ground, keeping the pillow in between your knees. If they're shifting away, it doesn't matter. We don't need them anymore. Finishing on the right, left, and then slowly lower down, and then get rid of that pillow. Face it to the side. Engage your core. If it's more comfortable, you can use your small cushion underneath your head just to keep your neck in a better alignment. And then you're going to float your right knee above your hip into a single tabletop position, 90 degrees ankle hold. And then as you glance down, make sure that your foot is hidden behind your knee. Slowly open your leg sideways. Keep your foot behind your knee hidden. And then back to the center. Exhale, reach away. Moving back to the center. As you open your leg towards the side, just check that your opposite hip is elevating, is moving away, or you're able to control that movement. You need your abdominal strength to do so, so try to engage your lower tummy muscles. Let's do one more of that. Moving back to the center and reach the right leg up towards the ceiling. If it's very tight, you can lower it down maybe halfway, 45 degrees angle, or slightly bent. That's completely fine too. So we're going to start drawing some circles on the ceiling. The size of your circles will be depending on the stability of your pelvis. Just smaller your cycles, it will be a little bit easier to keep your pelvis in the same level. And of course, the opposite knee, don't forget a glass of water on the top of your left knee. Change the direction of your circles, either in your right leg straight or in a bent position. Our aim here is to control the movement and then keep the opposite knee and the hips completely motionless. Brilliant. Let's lower your foot on the other knee. Get rid of your folded towel again. Engage your core. Press your foot into your knee and your left foot into your mat. And then try to lift your pelvis away from the ground and then slowly relax down. A few more of that. Single shoulder bridge position. Lifting and lowering your pelvis. Try to press your foot into the knee, the other foot into the ground to engage your core, to engage your gluteals. And one more. And slowly lower down your pelvis. And then slide your right knee over your left across on the top, extending your arms side to side, shoulders height. And then gently tilt your knees towards the left side, rolling your head towards your right shoulder as far as you're comfortable with. All through a few deep breaths, keeping your right shoulder on the ground. And with every exhalation, relax your knees towards the floor on that left side. You can even place your left hand over your knees, just gently guiding them further away. And then take a deep inhalation. And as you exhale, engage your abdominals. And then slowly roll your pelvis and your legs back to the center, helping with your left arm. And cross your legs. Place your hands on your hips. If you feel it's more comfortable, you can have your small cushion or folded towel under your head. And then tilt your pelvis a little bit forward and backwards just to find your neutral pelvic position. Engage your core, engage your abdominals. Float the left knee up and above your hip. Just check, make sure that your foot is hidden behind your knee, and then slowly try to move away from the midline. Open up, moving back to the center. Keeping your foot behind your left knee. So no rotation, it's a sideways motion. Your knee and your ankle are both moving towards the side, keeping your thigh and your lower leg parallel to the mat. And then making sure that your pelvis is leveled. Usually the opposite hip tend to elevate a little bit, so try to engage your lower tummy muscles, avoiding that. And then keep that imaginary glass of water still on the top of your right knee, moving back to the center. Extend, reach up towards the ceiling. If you need to, you can lower down or bend your knee, but it is quite a nice stretch, but make sure you're able to control that position. Hold your core engaged and start small circles with your left leg. Imagine you have a paintbrush, the end of your big toe, and you draw big circles or paint big circles on the ceiling, other way around. Start with slow and small movements. And if you're able to control your pelvic position, you can increase those circles. Brilliant. Slowly relax your foot on the top of your right knee. Get rid of your folded towel. Place your hands by your side and then press your left foot into your knee and your right foot into the ground. You can even have with your arms, shoulders backwards, floating the pelvis up towards the ceiling and relaxing all the way back down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Just relax your neck, relax your shoulders. Activating your gluteals and your abdominals. Rather than tensing up your upper body. Let's do one more of this. Relax all the way down. Very well done. It's a tricky one. Let's cross your knee over the other one. Open your arms side to side and then tilt your knees towards the right, rolling your head towards the left. Hold for a deep inhalation. And as you exhale, relax your knees a little bit further towards the ground. You can even place your hand on top of your knee, gently guiding them towards the floor. Making sure that your lower back is happy with this twist. Keeping your shoulder close to the ground. Then draw your head back to the center. Engage your abdominals. You can help with your hands and then roll your knees back to the center. Hug your left knee with your left hand. Engage your core and then hug your right knee as well. Just kind of like rolling yourself up into your small little package. Hold this position for a few deep breaths. Then relax your knees above your hips and slowly draw some circles with both knees together. Kind of like massaging your sacrum and lower back area. And same on the other side. Just a gentle little circles. And relaxing back in the middle, lowering one foot at a time and rolling over on your side. Use your folded towel underneath your hand. You can extend your lowermost arm in the line of your spine, or you can keep it in a bent position underneath your head, whatever feels more comfortable. Let's float both feet up. Check that your heels, hips, heart, and head are forming a straight line. Tilt your pelvis slightly underneath, pushing it back. Engage your core, find your neutral pelvic position, and draw the top hip slightly away from your shoulder, creating a little gap under your spine. Try to keep that little gap intact, and then squeeze the heels together, float the top knee up without rolling backwards or without tilting your pelvis backwards. So squeeze and float. Starting at level 1 at clam exercise, or float both feet up and then open the top knee and relax down. Open the top knee, same little gap under your side, keeping your lumbar spine nice and long. And one more. Relaxing down, extending the lowermost leg in the line of your spine, and then hook your top leg, top foot behind your knee, and then try to repeat the same movement. Open the top knee, balancing, and then slowly lowering your knee down. Exhale, float the knee up, open your hip. You probably feel that your gluteals are working quite hard here. Keeping that little gap under your side. And imagine a glass of water balancing on the side of your, or top of your head. We will have one more of that. And then relax down and extend your top leg as well. If you feel that you're too wobbly, you can gently bend the lowermost legs, completely all right. Keep your top leg straight and then start drawing some line number 8s, emphasizing the backwards movement, keeping your knee, keeping your toes pointing forward and away from your body. Great. We'll have one more. And hold that leg hip height. Extend the lowermost leg as well. And then try to join the lowermost leg as well. Lift it up. Hold. Deep inhalation. And then lower down. So we're going to float the top leg up. Hold. Lowered leg lifting. Hold. And relax down. Lift. Join them together. Hold. And relax down. One more of that. Try to hold both feet up in the air, keeping that little gap in, and abdominals engaged. And then start swimming. Gentle movement forward and backwards, crawling movement with your feet while you keep your whole body balanced. Imagine you're lying on a plane of wood. And then slowly let it go and relax down. Have a little massage around your pelvis, hip, back pocket area with your knuckles or with fingertips. Those muscles might be a little bit tired. And then push yourself up. Grab your small cushion or pull the towel and place it to the other side. And kneel up. Engage your core. Gently tilt your pelvis underneath. Hold that upright position. And then slowly reach backwards with your tailbone, tuck it under, and then build up your spine again. So a few more of that little kind of spooning your pelvis underneath and pushing yourself up. As you do so, engage your gluteals, engage your abdominals, tucking the pelvis under and build up your spine. Let's do one more of that. And hold that upright position, squeezing your sitting bones together. Reach towards the left side. And support yourself with your left hand. Extend your right leg in a line of your hand, knee. Gently guide your lowermost left hip forward. Hold that position and then lift your top leg up about hip height and then reach forward and backwards. A couple of times, front and back. Few more. Very nice. Reaching backwards with the heel and relaxing your knee down. Shift yourself on the other side, leaning over the right, engaging your core. Open up your chest, pushing your right hip forward. Lift your leg and then float forward and backwards. Reaching with the toes. Forward, heel, backwards. Very nice. Last few. Keeping your back nice and straight. Back with the heel. And then lower your knee down. And lower your pelvis. Lie down on your side. Let's even up. And start with our clam position, lying on our right side. Engage your pelvic position. Check your alignment. Feet, hips, chest and head form safe line. And then we're going to press the heels together, float the top knee up and then down. Don't forget the little gap under your side. Float and relax. If you would like to, you can raise both feet up and then carry on with the same movement. One more of that. Relaxing down, extending your legs, and then hooking your top foot behind your lowermost knee, and then do the same little opening and relaxing down. You might need a little support in front of your chest by the fingertips. You can place them down, lift and lower. One more, lift, lower, and then extend your top leg. Reaching away, engaging your core, creating that little gap, and then meet your lowermost leg. Hold for deep inhalation and lower them down together. So we're going to float the top leg, hold, meet, relax down, lift, meet and join the other one there and relax down. Keep that straight line. Lower, reach, lift, hold and lower. We'll have one more. Brilliant. Hold that position. Both feet up in the air. Knees are straight and we'll start swimming, crawling forward and backwards. Moving from our hip, keeping the knees completely straight. Engage your abdominals, engage your gluteals, balancing yourself on that imaginary piece of it, and slowly relax and bend both knees. Have a little massage around your glutes, around the hip and the side, the back slightly. And then slowly roll over on your front. Slide your hands underneath your shoulders, tuck your toes under, and push yourself up in a kneeling all fours position. Gently round your back up towards the ceiling and arch your back. Few more of that, rounding back up and lowering down as far as you're comfortable with. Nice. Find the middle position of your low back, keeping your spine parallel to the floor, and then slide your right foot backwards, extending your knee and your hip. Chest is facing forward, slightly lifting, and relax. Other side, left, reaching backwards. Open up and lengthen and relax. Reach with your right. Try to push yourself up and away from the ground and relax. Nice. Okay. You can carry on with this movement, or for a final challenge, let's float the opposite arm forward. So right foot sliding backwards, left arm reaching forward with the fingertips. And on the other side. If you feel the position is stable enough, you can float your leg as well as your arm away from the ground. And you can hold for a deep inhalation. Keep that length, keep your abdominals engaged and relax. Imagine you have a little scaffolding built up underneath your tummy, supporting your lower back. One more each side. Reach and hold. And relax. Other way around. Reach and hold. Backwards with your heel, forward with the tip of the fingers, and relax down. Relax your palm, relax your knees, and relax your feet down. So shift your weight backwards over your heels into shallow stretch position. Extending both arms, holding the position for a deep inhalation. Then slowly running your back up towards the ceiling, roll forward into all fours. Repeat a similar movement, just gently guide your pelvis over your right heel this time. So you're going to have a little sideways shift of your hips. You might feel stretching it more on that right side. Reach forward. And then do the same on that left side. Shifting your pelvis over your left heel. Slightly diagonally. Brilliant. Let's move back to all fours position. Roll over and find a comfortable sitting position. Let's have a little stretch. Crossing your leg over. So the right knee will be crossed over. Left leg will be in a bend position. So kind of like tying ourselves up a little bit here. And then just cuddling our right knee. If it's too uncomfortable for your lowermost knee, you can keep it extended. Have a little twist over towards the right side while you move your right knee towards your left shoulder. Hold it for a deep inhalation. And then relax all the way down. Extend both of your legs. Reach forward and bend forward. Reaching towards your knees, towards your ankles. Keeping your knees straight as much as possible. If it's too tricky, you can place your small cushion underneath your pelvis. That will ease the tension. Or slightly open your legs. in this position. Okay, let's roll back up. Bend your left knee over your right leg. Guide your left knee towards your right shoulder and twist over. If you feel so, you can bend the lowermost leg towards your opposite hip and then twist that way. That's the previous brick butter, whatever feels comfortable for you. Nice deep stretch of the side of your hips on both sides. And then relax all the way. Find a comfortable position in sitting, either cross-legged or straight, open leg position, perhaps slightly bent knee position, maybe using that cushion underneath. And then have a nice mobilization of your spine. Just tilting your pelvis slightly forward and backwards. Take a deep inhalation, long exhalation. Build up your spine again. Relax your arms side to side. Let's have a nice stretch, raising your right arm up towards the ceiling, over your head. And relax. A left one. Reach. And release. Let's reach both arms up towards the ceiling, your palms together, and then lower your hands down in front of your chest. Brilliant. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed these exercises. If you wish, you can practice this class one more time later on that week, or have a look for our next new video on Thursday afternoon on our Core and Balance YouTube channel. Thank you so much again. Have a nice evening. See you next Monday. Take care. Bye-bye.